Hello guys, welcome back to the next video in the course. In this video we're going to be talking about MSNR levels and types of MSNR levels. What is an MSNR level? So an MSNR level is just basically the close price of a certain candle and it has a miss. Now, if you're wondering what a miss is, don't worry, we'll talk about that in a later video. Don't worry yourself about it too much now. We just need to understand what an MSNR is. So here on the screen, we have got 1, 2, 3 different types of MSNRs. The first one is our standard level. Second one is a flip level. And the third one is a gap level. So let's start with the first level. So the first level is just your standard level. This is where we see price close and then the next candle have a push down. This will give us a high, or if we have a candle close and then the next candle push up, then it will give us a low. Okay, so just an example of what that low can look like. Is that? Yeah, so there you go. We could have a low like this. From there, we'd expect price to come up, like so, and just react from there. Okay, so the next zone is a flip level. Now, this is a low, this is a zone where price has closed through this level, okay, on the same time frame that you've identified it on. And then what we would expect is price to come and retrace and bounce off of there. Okay, yet again, just for a bearish example, we would expect we would expect price to close down through here. Price to close down through here, and then retest from here and go down. The final one is the gap level. This is where we have two bullish candles, or say for example two bearish candles, and we would expect price to then come and react from there. So let's have a look at these on the chart. Okay, so as you can see here on the chart, I've marked up quite a few levels. A good trick to actually identify these levels, now this is just the normal levels and the flip levels, you can't identify the gap levels on this, is using the line chart. So as you can see here, we have that high, okay, or we have that high here, or we have this low, or we have this low. This looks exactly like this chart, so it's just 10 times easier and it maps it out on the close price. So as you can see here, price comes into this bearish level. As you can see here, we have this bearish MSNR standard level. And for the next 3 candles, 1, 2, 3, we have a decent bearish reaction. Now keep in mind that these are weekly levels. So the candle range on these are really, really big. Especially this one, I can imagine that'd be 200, yeah. So a decent push away. Now look what happens here. We close through this level here. So when we close through a level, we can actually use it then on the other side. We can use a level twice, once here and another time here. Okay. And as you can see, price reacts from it here as well. Okay. And yet again, if we were to measure that candle, that would be a push up of 200 pips. So just moving over to the left, what do we have next? So we actually have this level here. This here is just a normal V level. Now price came in and it did react from it here. We had a candle range of 225 pips. And then as soon as we flipped it, okay, we came and retested it. Okay, we wouldn't have been able to get in here due to not having a miss. Yet again, we'll talk about that in a later date. And then price comes into here and it taps. Okay, and yet again, we get a nice rejection away, you know, like so. So say, for example, we reject here and we get a confirmation on what storyline is. Yet again, we'll get into that in a later video. The next candle would be our bearish bias. Okay, very, very easy. Apologies. So if we have a look here, Going across yet again, we've just got a standard bearish MSNR. Price taps up into it. We close below. We probably confirm that we are in a bearish storyline. And then from here, you know, we have at least, let's say, 300 pips worth of price falling before we reach the next valid MSNR, which gives a reaction. Yet again, let's see if this ends up flipping. Okay, so say for example price came and touched it again. We could not use that because we have not flipped. Okay, and that actually brings us to present day in the back test. So we'll just move this over here for now. So then looking here, we've got that gap MSNR. So this is where I will turn off my liquidity candle finder. This is where we have two bullish candles, and then we measure between 1 and 2, the gap there. And then we just drag it across. Yet again, this doesn't have a miss here. We'll talk about that in a later video. So we wouldn't be looking to trade it there. We would then be looking to just trade this reaction. And those who have got a keen eye will be able to notice now how price moves from this MSNR to this MSNR. And that's 157 pips. Apologies for that. That's 157 pips. Where price is trending in an upwards direction. So there will be loads of trade opportunities to cash in on that. Yeah, again, apologies for that. I do have some active trades running. So, if we have a look here, if we go to the upside now, the final MSNR I've actually got is yet again just a bullish example. So what we'd be expecting is price to actually come down into here and then retrace and then go higher. So hopefully that has made it clear on MSNR. If you've got any questions about this, feel free to ask it in the questions or shoot me a message. And then when you're ready, move on to the next video.